Good morning. This is Ms. Carrillo. I'm the EL lead here at Paris High School. In this tutorial, I'm going to help you learn how to interpret your students' performance on the EDGE assessment. So once you log into your EDMS account, go ahead and find your way to the home screen. If you do not have your user name and password, go ahead and send an email to Charles Tippy and he can help you with that. Okay, so once you're on the home screen, there's more than one way to find your EL data or your EDGE assessment data, but I want you to look for the tile that is called Save Reports. Click on that one. This is kind of like taking a shortcut. Under Save Reports, find the tab that says All Reports. Click on that. Okay, what you should find, a report name that is called ELA, EL, Placement Assessment Data. Once you find that one, go ahead and hover over where it says View next to that assessment and click on that. The next thing you'll be prompted to do is to locate your class. I'm just going to pick Mr. Rasevic's class. And you want to indicate what periods you want to look at. If you want to look at all of your students to see how they did, you can leave it as all. If you want to select more than one, depending on your computer, after you click on this little box, you could either do Control or Command. On my particular computer, it's going to be Command. So I'm going to hold down Command, and let's say I want to look at periods 3 and period 5. And I'm going to save that. So when I look up the report, I'm going to get those two periods. Okay? Either way, go ahead and click Next once you made that decision. Okay, so what you'll find under Save Reports, this report is going to be collecting CELT data, SBAC data, and the ELD placement exam data. Okay, so when you look at your students, you're actually going to be able to see their student ID number and their actual name. I changed settings so that you could so names and ID numbers are going to be disguised, so we can follow those privacy policies we have here at the district. So when you pull up your reports, you'll be able to see, like if we look at student number 3, this is the student's counselor. This is the EL data for that student. This is SBAC data. As we can see, this student scored a 1, which tells us that standards were not met. And then this last column reflects the ELD placement data. So it looks like the student has not completed that assessment yet. So those are the 3 pieces of data that we're going to be using to place our students, our EL students next year. Okay. If we look at the student number 5, we can see that this student is at level 4, so early advanced. And then we don't have SBAC data, but we do have data according to their reading assessment. Their raw score was a 33, which placed them at course number 4. What does that mean? When you look up here on this little scale, you'll find this is course 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where approximately the student would place. And if you still are looking at this and like, what is level A, B, what does that mean? Refer to that PowerPoint I sent you a couple weeks ago. You could actually line up that data on this placement matrix. So this would be the Lexile level, the CELT data, SBAC, and then this is a recommendation course for that performance. So this student will be in ELD 1 using this material, EDGE Fundamentals book. Okay, so here you'll find the Lexile bands, Common Core, and these are approximate. The other thing I wanted you to notice is that when you have students that are not EL, you're not going to have any CELT information, which is fine. So for that student, you may want to pay attention to their SBAC performance. And yeah, and I think, yeah, well, this could be 8th grade performance. So yeah, this could be, it's a summative. So you can look at that. And because the student is not EL, The raw score is important because that gives us a Lexile level. However, the level here actually suggests the ELD placement level. So if your student is not EL, this level here does not matter for that student. This is the course placement that's recommended according to the population of this data. Okay, so again, your student's not EL. The number you care about is going to be this Lexile level. So what does that Lexile level mean for your student? Attached to the email, I provided this resource that is provided by the Lexile Framework for Reading. You'll find the first scale is going to be according to the student's assessment performance. Wherever they fall under, that's the grade level that they read at. Okay, so this student got a 960. Approximately the student will place probably sixth grade, between 6th and 7th grade, because you notice 6th and 7th grade is going to fall between 665 and 1065. The student got a 960, so yeah, could go between grade 6 and 7. Okay, I know that's a little confusing. Another way of looking at that data is this is when we're looking at the material that the students are reading in the classes, the Lexile level of that material. This is a range and this is a grade level. This is what Common Core reevaluated our materials and is suggesting that if we want our kids to be able to achieve grade level reading and be able to be college and career ready before or by the end of 12th grade year, this is what they should be reading at each grade level. Okay, so again, in researching this resource, I found that the Lexile level conversation is pretty involved and could get pretty messy. So that's why I say it's an approximate indication of where our students are at. So anyways, looking at this resource is really awesome. You're going to find a lot of really good tools that you can look into further about reading performance. Okay, but I just wanted to make sure and share that for those students that are not considered EL. All right, and I think that's it. I mean, I think that's going to help you understand where your students are at. You could also print out these sheets for your students individually. But yeah, again, the placement stuff we're going to take care of for you, but I wanted you to kind of have an idea to where your students are placing, especially our EL students, and I think that's it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I'll be able to provide you further clarification. Okay, thank you.